this day off by saying this little poem that I found this morning. It goes like this. Life is too short to be spent gripping about the past, things that you don't have, places you haven't seen, things you haven't done. Life is too short to be spent holding grievances against another, finding fault in your brother, counting the wrongs done on you. Life is just long enough to enjoy the beauty of a sunrise, the smell of wet earth, and the sound of laughter after a long day's work. Life is just long enough to practice compassion and generosity, to comfort the grieving, to lend strength to the faint-hearted, and direction to the lost. Yesterday, this lady had walked up to me with her little boy and told me that she wanted me to talk to her son. And I don't know who this little boy was. I don't know, I never met this lady, but I guess she was in tattoo removal. So my thought of the day is basically on set an example for our youth. I had a hard childhood growing up. I don't know how it feels to experience death. I don't know what it feels like to lose my mother and my father, because I never had them in my life. But one thing I can tell you that I want to be an inspiration to the youth. The lady walked up to me and asked me to talk to her son. The lady didn't know who I was. So I pulled the little boy in the cafe. I sat and talked to him, and I didn't know how to do it. And it's something that I always wanted to do. You know, I always wanted to be an inspiration to the youth. You know, knowing that the footsteps that I went, the path I walked, all the things that I've seen in my life. So I talked to this young kid, and as I was talking to him, you know, I asked him what's his name, and then he told me his name is Day, you know, whatever his name was. So I said, well, okay, well, where are you from? And then, you know, the dude, he told me where he was from. You know, he gang banged on me, little youngster. So okay, man. So I sat there and I talked to him, and I just really opened up his eyes, and then tears fell from my eyes because I never had a big brother, I never had a father, I never had no one in my life to really talk to me, you know, and I know the direction that I was going in was either jail or death, and I looked at this little kid and I seen me inside of him, and what I'm basically telling y'all, man, is us to be adults, man, it's about the youth right now, man. We have to bring this to a stop, you know, we have to really be inspirational. We have to really be inspirational to the little kids. The kids that's growing up right now, man. We really have to pull them to the side and be advocates, man. All the stuff that's going on in the world today, you know, we have to change. We have to be a part of the change. We have to come together and be a part of this process, a part of this progress. You know, we can't continue to let this be an ongoing process of these things that's going on here in the real world today. We have to continue to really just snatch these kids up, man, snatch the youth up and let them know, man, let them know what it's all about. It's all about change, man. I don't want to see my son going up in the streets to live the lifestyle I live, gang banging out here in the streets. I want to see my son or my daughter. I don't want to see my daughter talking to, you know what I'm saying, a dude out here in these streets that either gang bang or live that lifestyle. You know, so it starts within us, man. We have to set an example. You know, my thought of the day is about setting an example. We have to set a prime example for our youth. You know, we can't continue to live that life. Because once we have kids, man, we don't have a life no more. It's all about them. It's about their life. You know, it's about the life that we want for them. So we just got to look at the bigger picture. Don't minimize the big picture, man. Don't minimize it, you know. Take advantage of this 18-month program. Take advantage of the programs and things that's going on right now in life. Take advantage of this because those of you that have been in prison, man, just look at this like your second chance of life. Because this dude's in prison that never get out. This dude that's going to die on that bump. This dude's been killed in prison. This dude's lost their mother. There's people in there and that never see daylight again, but we got the second chance. We got a second chance to see our kids. We got a second chance to wake up and say thank you. We got a second chance to walk through these doors of Homeboy Industries just to have a job knowing that we lost hope. Before we walked in Homeboys, there wasn't nobody that's going to hire us. We didn't have no hope out there. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep it real within ourselves and keep it real. Then you be able to keep it real with the people around you. You got to learn how to trust yourself. You got to forgive oneself. And that's one thing, that's what it's taking me to do. And when I was talking to this kid yesterday, it just kind of inspired me like, damn, this is what I really want to do. I want to really be able to help the youth. And that's what it's all about, man. Just think about how hard we had it. You know what I'm saying? We want our kids to have a better life than we had. We want our kids to have things that we never had. We want them to live the life that we never lived. So my thought of the day today, man, just set an example, man. It's too much going on here in the streets. And it's about the future. It's about the future. Like I said, man, I don't know how I feel to lose nobody because, like I said, I never had a mother. I never had a father. I never had a friend. I never had nobody. All I ever wanted to have was family. All I ever wanted was love in my life. But I never experienced it, but now I'm starting to experience what love is. And I love you guys, man, and I'm just asking y'all to keep y'all head up, man. It's all about setting example. Set example for our youth. Set example for the kids, man. If you see somebody down, reach up and hug them, man. You never know what's behind the smile. There's always a frown behind the smile. You know what I'm saying? Talk to people, get to know who they are. Because you'll never know what's going on. Never walk past a person because you never know what's going on in their life. Thank you. That's my thought of the day.